Okay, so this is gonna be my first video in 3 weeks. I apologize for that. The reason why I didn't post is because I was sick. Like I had to go to the hospital once. I had to go to the doctor like a few days after. So I was very sick and I couldn't really do much. Anytime I tried to get up and get in my chair, I was all over the place. I almost passed out. Like I could barely do anything, let alone hold my phone. So I was very sick. I couldn't do much. Only thing I really could do was text and watch TikTok. So yeah, I do apologize for that. And I'm going to start posting again, but it might not be all like the regular times that I'm trying to post, which is every Monday and every Friday. Which, speaking on that, if I don't post on Mondays or Fridays, then if I don't post on a Monday, then the video should be coming out Tuesday or Wednesday. It should be coming out on either or. Like I should be posting this on Wednesday, even though it's like technically it's Thursday, but we're not gonna speak on it because it's like 2:11 in the morning. But yeah, technically I'm recording this on Thursday, but it's uploading like late in the night, so it really don't matter. But if it doesn't come out on Monday, it's gonna come out on Tuesday or Wednesday. And for Friday, I'm gonna try to have them. If I missed a day on Friday, I'm gonna try to have them come out that weekend. And for the series, the next series I should be posting is going to be Just Check. The next video that I'm going to be recording is what if Asta and Yuno were Silvas? I'm pretty sure, but the reason why I'm not posting it right now is because one, I wanted to start my little 4 series that I'm going, because if you don't know, on my channel I'm gonna have 4 ongoing series, and then once one series gets finished, I'm gonna start a new series. And so I want to get that part out of the way, so I had all the series in, and then I could just start writing parts for it. And also I didn't really know what I did the Sea Temple arc, and then I forgot everything else from that point on, or what they're supposed to be doing. I think I might know. I'm pretty sure it's the Yuno or the Golden Dawn versus the Diamond Mages, but I don't know, so I'm gonna have to check that. So that's why I'm not posting that series today. So the series that I'm posting right now is what if Asta was a hybrid, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people should know what the hybrid is. And if you don't know, he's gonna be half angel, half devil. I'm gonna half demon, and I'm not gonna do it regularly. How a lot of YouTubers make him Elizabeth and Meliodas' son. I'm not doing that because I don't want to. Because I like it, but it's like a very popular What If Asta series that a lot of people do, and I like them, but I just don't want to do it. So I'm gonna try to make mine as different as possible from all the other ones. I'm not gonna give them any or I'm gonna base a lot of their abilities and stuff off of Meliodas and Elizabeth, because that's unavoidable. But I'm not gonna give him like the main, not like full counter. He's not even gonna know what that is. So I'm not gonna give him stuff like that, stuff that like Meliodas and Elizabeth are known for. But I am gonna give him like other things, like some part in the story, Asta's gonna have what's the Hellblaze, that the purple fire that Meliodas can use. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, but flames from Purgatory. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. But yeah, eventually he's gonna have some abilities from Seven Deadly Sins, but I'm not gonna base it all off of their abilities. I'm gonna have abilities from different things, some things that I made up, other animes that involves angels or demons. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it as non Seven Deadly Sins ish as possible. If you guys want to come up with some abilities, like he's not gonna just have like certain ability, like he's gonna have certain abilities that come from his mother and certain abilities come from his father, but I'm gonna talk about that later. And if you guys want to come up with an ability that you guys think that Asta should have as a hybrid, then go ahead, because he's gonna be able to do a lot of different things. But other than that, I don't think there's much. Oh yeah, if you guys want to come up with a ship, and also the squad that Asta's gonna join, because I need to get that out of the way this series or this episode, and then the next one I can do the Magic Knight entrance exam and get that out of the way. But again, I'm sorry for not posting for a while, and that should be everything I need to talk about. Oh yeah, Discord in the description. I keep on doing that, but Discord in the description if you want to join. We don't really do much on there because it's kind of dead, but we used to be chilling, and yeah, that's all I need to talk about. Now I can get into the what if. We start this off as we see a woman with pure white hair and shining golden eyes, and a man with pure black hair and black eyes talking. Ren, you know we can't keep him here much longer. We need to get him out of here as soon as possible. I'm aware of that, but it's still wrong for a mother to send her son somewhere, especially since you know what's about to happen to us. I understand, but we don't have much time. I know, but I can't help but worry. We're about to send our son away to a different world entirely. You don't have to worry. We already set stuff up in preparation for this, so Asta should be fine. Yeah, you're right, Nero, but still. Yeah. Let's just say our goodbyes before they get here. And Ren and Nero, who Ren is Asta's mother and Nero, who is Asta's father, they would say their goodbyes to him in a similar way that Kushina and Minato said their goodbyes to Naruto whenever they got stabbed by the Narutos. Whatever. Ren would put Asta in a basket, and Nero would put his hand on Ren's back, preparing to do a combined spell with Ren until she says wait. As she would take her wedding ring off, and a golden chain would form in her hands, as she would put her ring on the chain before looking over at Nero, who was taking off his ring before handing it to her. Well, since we're giving him our rings, we might as well seal a few things inside of them, as Ren would nod. Around 20 minutes would pass as they would use the combination spell, sending Asta to the Black Clover universe. Now, over to Asta, who had just been left outside of a church beside another child. After a few minutes, a man would walk outside, hearing the cries of a baby. The man would look down to see the two babies as he would pick them up and put them inside of the church. After getting the babies inside, the man would begin to examine the two children. Looking over at the black-haired child, so your name is Yuno and you are Asta. The man would look at the two, questioning if they are brothers. It's definitely a possibility of you two being brothers, with Asta having white hair and black tips along with golden eyes. As for Yuno, you have black hair with yellow eyes. I doubt it, but you guys, it's a possibility. You guys really don't have that much in common, so I doubt that you're brothers, but whatever. Looking at the side of the baskets, he would see that Yuno has a blue pendant and Asta would have a golden necklace with two very expensive wedding rings. Well, I guess your parents didn't leave you with nothing. Well, no worries. From the day forward, you are both children of the church. A 15-year time skip. Asta, Yuno, are you ready to get your grimoires? Both Asta and Yuno would say yes, and soon the church would lead to the grimoire tower, getting stares from nobles, and Asta and Yuno would get stares from girls fangirling over them. Once they make it into the tower, the old wizard would give a speech, and they would eventually begin the ceremony as grimoires would go down to the mages. People will begin to get all types of grimoires, some thin, some thick, some having little to no pages, some having more. Everyone in the tower would pause, looking over as they would see a bright green flash. As the light would die down, everyone would see a green leaf grimoire floating in front of Yuno, and Yuno would grab his grimoire, announcing that he'll become the Wizard King. As everyone is standing in shock, there would be another flash, but instead of green, it would be mixed of white, black, red, and gold. Once the flash dies down, everyone would turn to Asta in shock, as they would see not one but two grimoires in front of Asta. One grimoire is a golden four-leaf with white and black roses running down the grimoire as a pattern. The second grimoire is dirty and tattered, to the point where you can't even see the five-leaf on it. Asta would go to grab his grimoires, but they would begin to float to one another as a small light would form as the grimoires came in contact with one another. Once the light vanishes, everyone will see the four-leaf is still there, but the five leaf or the tattered grimoire in their eyes is gone. But Asta would quickly notice the newly formed five leaf on the spine of the four leaf. Without saying a word, Asta would look at Yuno with a challenging smirk and walk out, leaving everyone awestruck as the nobles were furious. After the ceremony is over, everyone from the church had went back to the village already, except Yuno, since he wanted to stick around waiting for Asta or something like that. I don't know. Yuno would be walking around the tower until he sees two nobles, and without a word, the two nobles would attack. The reason why they attack with on sight is because they angry. Not only did Asta get one, but Yuno got one, so they're kind of mad, especially since Asta got two. They're heated. But anyway, Yuno would raise his hand as he would say towering tornado, blocking the attacks, knocking the nobles out with ease. Yuno sighing, "What are you idiots doing?" Yuno would begin to walk away again, but would have his grimoire snatched and be wrapped around in chains. Yuno, looking over, would see Rivalry holding his grimoire with a sick grin. I wonder how much I can get for a four-leaf on the black market. Rivalry would let out a crazed laugh. "Oh, what am I kidding? I'm gonna be rich now. All I need to do is find white-haired brats and get his grimoire." Rivalry would begin to talk again, but would get cut off as golden chains would emerge from the ground, wrapping around him. Yuno's eyes would widen as he remembers these chains from long ago. Flashback to when Asta and Yuno were 7. Yuno had just been sent to a neighboring village to ask for supplies for winter. Time would pass and Asta would begin to get worried, seeing that Yuno is taking much more time than he needs to. And so he would tell the father and sister Lily that he's going out looking for Yuno, since he's taking a bit longer than needed. After making it to the neighboring village, Asta would walk around looking for Yuno until he hears faint crying, as he would run over to see Yuno on the ground crying and bleeding from the nose a little bit, and a drunk man standing over Yuno with his pendant in hand. Seeing this, Asta would get mad, remembering that Yuno's pendant is all that he has left of his biological family. As he would run up to the drunk man with incredible speed, hitting him in the stomach. Asta, knowing that he can't take on a grown man who has his grimoire already, he would begin to look around, hoping to find any type of rope or even chains to wrap around the man. And thinking about ropes or chains, Thinking about ropes or chains, I need to say that again. Okay, as he's thinking about ropes or chains, golden chains and ropes would begin to materialize around the man, and since the man was caught off guard and didn't have time to react, the chains and rope wrapped around him completely, and the chains ended up plunging into the ground, immobilizing him. Asta would go over to the pendant, grabbing it before running over to an amazed Yuno as he would hand him the pendant. Asta would see Yuno bleeding from the nose and would slightly raise his hand, and Yuno would be confused before seeing white particles come from Asta's hand flowing into him. Asta would have, by doing this, Asta would have healed all the scratches that Yuno had and healing his nose, or healing the bloody part of it. Asta, how did you do that? Honestly, I don't know myself, but all I know is that I have my magic, and now I can become the Wizard King. The Wizard King? Wow, we're only peasants. We can't become the Wizard King. And who made that rule? Huh? There isn't a rule saying that you can't become the Wizard King if you're a peasant, and plus I want to show everyone that even if you're a peasant, you can still do great things in the world, as he smiles. Yuno's eyes would shine as he would speak. Well, if you're going to be the Wizard King, so will I. Sorry to break it to you, but there can't be two Wizard Kings at the same time. Well, I guess I'll just become the Wizard King before you. Well, we'll see about that, as he laughs. I guess this makes us rivals, as the two would stand up and they would fist bump before saying, "The one to become the Wizard King is me." Flashback over. Present time. Asta would land near Yuno with a pair of white wings behind him. Yuno would mumble, show off, seeing Asta as Asta would ignore it as he would walk up to Revchi, getting his grimoire, getting Yuno's grimoire, and knocking Revchi out. Dang, I'm still in debt to you. Asta would look over at Yuno with a smile. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, Yuno, do you still remember that promise that we made? Yuno, smirking, would say, of course I do. Asta was surprised. Really? With how you've been acting lately, I thought you forgot. What did you expect? You expect me to be nice to you? You're my rival, you idiot. I guess not. Walking over to the edge of the stairway, followed by Yuno. Asta would look at Yuno, holding out his fist, smiling as Yuno would do the same. As they would both say, the one to become the Wizard King is me.